Yeah, rough night for me. I got to be better, setting the tone, getting downhill. I feel like I didn't do a great job of that. But I watched the film. There were some different things they did defensively. But for the most part, I think their base stuff was the same. They picked up the pressure a little bit more, tried to apply more as the game went on. But yeah, I got to be better, and I'll be better in Game 6. But I watched the film and learn from it like I always try to do, and be prepared for Game 6.
Starters in general as a unit weren't particularly good tonight. What did you feel like was going wrong for you guys, and how much do you feel like stems from that stuff you just said?
Yeah, you worded that in a nice way. Yeah, we weren't great as a group. I thought, we lost the margin battle today. I thought they did a better job in the margins. We turned the ball over too much, didn't rebound to our ability like we have shown this series. And when you do those two things against these guys in a game that comes down to so many possessions, it's tough. It's tough. So we got to be better as a group. I think our pace has to be better, and that starts with me. I got to be better there. As a group, we've shown that we can have some success, this playoffs, and it was a rough showing for us tonight. So, we'll watch the film, see where we can get better, and be prepared for Game 6.
You've been talking a lot about your pace, is it too much for the Knicks, and all that. So then they turn up the ball pressure tonight.
Yeah.
Did that surprise you at all that they actually kind of tried to play a little more like you guys play?
No. I mean, we're up 3-1. Their season's on the line today, so I understand they're going to come out and play hard, increase the pressure, do whatever they got to do to win. And they did a great job of that. And, now it's on us to respond in Game 6. So I think when you get here at this point, there's no such thing as surprises. You got to be prepared for whatever is to come. So, they kudos to them. They played better than us today, and we got to be prepared for Game 6.
On that note, how do you think they changed things as far as just trying to take away the throw-ahead game? It seemed like it was harder for you guys to push the ball through the air.
Yeah.
You had a couple turnovers doing that.
Yeah.
How did they do things differently to try to take that part away?
Yeah, I think they just did a good job applying pressure. Just did a better job defensively than they did last game. Switched some things up. We saw some blitzes. Brunson's shows were a little harder. They switched a little bit more down the line. They mixed things up as the game went on. But again, just the great part about the playoffs, you watch film, see where you can get better, and you play these guys again in 2 days. So, I think there's a lot of room for improvement. I think that's the great part about playoff basketball. When you play a team so many times, is there's always something that you can get better at and improve, even in wins and losses. We felt like our preparation was right. As a group, I felt like we approached the day the right way. But I feel like I could have been a lot better. So, put it on me, and, I'll be better in Game 6.
You mentioned the pace. Obviously, there weren't the same number of early offense transition opportunities for you guys tonight. How much of that is related to what was happening sort of on the other end of the court? Like you mentioned the offensive rebounds and that kind of thing, and just sort of what was happening on defense.
Yeah, I thought defensively in the first half, I thought we got enough stops. I thought we were fine there. We missed some open looks, turned the ball over a little too much. There's definitely room for us to improve defensively. That wasn't a great defensive game for us. But our pace definitely goes down when we're taking the ball out of the rim, the whole game. So we got to get stops. That'll jumpstart our offense, allow us to play faster if we can get more stops. But again, it's a thing that, there's ebbs and flows. There's so much we get better on defensively, so much we get better on offensively. And those two are really heavily related. Also defensively, if we're turning the ball over and taking terrible shots, then it's hard to get stops as well if they can get out in transition. So, both things affect each other, and we can get better on both ends. But you just watch the film and learn from it. That's really all you can do at this point. See where you can get better. Like I said, kudos to them. I really feel like they won the margins, and against a team like this, when that happens, they're tough to beat. So we gotta be better in Game 6.
You guys have not lost back-to-back games since March. What is it about the mentality of this team, how you guys are able to bounce back?
Yeah, I mean, we're a resilient group. We always want to respond when things don't go well. After a game like that, we understand what the stakes are, and we understand the conversation, what it will be around our group. But we're fine. We're fine. There's no need to panic or anything. It's a tough loss. We really, we got it to 10 a couple of times. We cut it down, and we just weren't able to, get over that hump to get, enough stops to get back in the game. So, yeah, there's definitely room for us to improve. And I think the great part about this group is, and our staff is everybody's, addicted to film study and figuring out where we get better. And Coach Carlisle's a savant at that stuff. So, after a game like that, I know he's going to be all over the film. I'm going to be all over the film. We'll be talking a lot tomorrow. As a group, we'll all be talking, seeing where we can get better. And, we'll look at it all as a group and see where we can get better and, improve for Game 6.
You talked about the resilience in this group, and there's no need to panic. And I saw it from the game. You walked off the court with a big smile on your face. Like, was that kind of as a leader sending a message that we're okay?
Yeah, I mean, it's one game. I think their crowd's excited as they should be, and there's a lot of energy in the building, and I have the most confidence in myself and our group, to play to our ability in Game 6. So I don't think there's any need to panic by any means. We get another game to go back at home and attack these guys and get better. So I look forward to Game 6, and we're prepared. We'll be prepared.
They were more aggressive from the jump. They brought the fights to us, and I just didn't think we brought it enough to. I think we finished the quarter okay, but we just didn't bring the fight to them the way they did to us. So, we just gotta learn from that.
What about in the second half of the game? Coming from that time, usually time to refresh.
Yeah, no, I mean we came out. We had a little bit, just not enough. It's not enough. They had way more than us, and we gotta go back and watch the film, correct it. But it's all about just will and energy for sure.
How much of it was them? I guess what did they do, especially on their side of the defense when you guys trying to get involved?
Nah, they played harder than us. I think they played harder than us. Loose balls, like rebounds, like all that. We got to be able to win that battle.
Pascal, can you make sense of it for those of us who don't play this game at this level? Like, what was at stake, and you're saying they played harder than you guys, you didn't fight them hard enough. How is that possible?
What do you mean?
How is it possible to not fight hard enough in games?
What are you talking about? They played harder than us. It's okay. We played hard, but they played harder. What's your point? I don't get it.
My point is, you're saying you guys got out-fought, and I'm saying
That happens in the game, though. That's basketball.
in game 5 we didn't play hard. You're saying
You good? You good, bro? You're looking for something, I know. But damn, no. But I'm telling you though. I told you. What else you want me to tell you?
Well, what you tell me how. That's all I'm asking.
Well, what about you? Tell me. So go ahead. Who's this guy? Who's this guy? What's your name, bro? Oh. Yeah. Nah, we've been a resilient team all year. I think we've shown so far that we can fight, we can bounce back. And again, we're playing against a really good team. And we beat them at home. They came back at the home floor and they executed well. They played better than us. And I just think that we've been all year just an amazing team at just bouncing back, and our strength has been just being together, fighting hard together, staying together no matter what. Nobody put us had us being here right now. We up 3-2 in the conference finals. Like, it's amazing, and I'm so proud of my team. Just how hard we've been playing all season, and we've had a lot of low points in our season, but just to see the connectivity and when things was going bad, like all of us always got together. We fought hard, and that's why I'm proud of this team. And you're gonna have bad games. You're gonna have games where this is the NBA. This is the NBA, and there's gonna be times where a team is gonna play hard, like they're gonna beat you, and that happened. It's fine, and I think that our team has just been so excellent. I just bounced it back, and I'm proud of every single guy on our team. And we fought tonight, and they were the better team, which happens in a basketball game, by the way. And so it's just all about us, man. And it's always been us against the world, and I don't expect it to change. And it's something that I always told my teammates, we're here and nobody wants us here, but we're here. And, you know, we broke the, like, any barrier that was there, we broke that and we got here. And we're up 3-2 in the series, and we have an opportunity to go back home and you know, and show what we're made of. And you know, I have no doubt in my teammates, and I have so much faith in them. And, you know, I know that we're gonna give everything we got. And yeah, so you guys have a good night. You have a good night too, bro.